Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to whatever day of Ada it is. I'm pretty sure it's day 11 or 12. And hopefully we've been doing real good. It is officially April 1st while I'm filming this. And I couldn't film this video until the end of March or beginning of April because this is March's wrap up. So let's just address the elephant in the room. I completely went off script. I read what I wanted to. Originally I started with a couple books that were on my TBR for the month of March, and then I kind of just didn't want to read anything, so then I read the stuff that maybe I wasn't supposed to read in March, but it's okay. Nonetheless, we read 11 books in March, not too shabby. I am trying to do my wrap-ups where I start with my least favorite and I end on a positive note of all the my favorite books. Let's start with the nonfiction. So here's the thing about nonfiction. I refuse to rate nonfiction books because how am I gonna sit here and judge your honest truth? How am I gonna read a book about a true crime situation that you investigated and then, how am I gonna judge that? How am I going to judge a book about mental health when you were suffering through some mental health things? How am I going to judge a book called Wasted, a memoir of anorexia and bulimia by Maria Hornbacher? This was a very daunting and haunting and very heavy memoir about food and about anorexia and bulimia. And here's the thing, I've been putting this off for a long time because I've been scared to read it. I would not say it's a new favorite nonfiction for me. There were a lot of things in here that maybe would be helpful for the certain type of audience that I do not fit into. I was purely wanting to read more about bulimia and anorexia from a research standpoint. So this is not really relative anymore, but I'm a foster mama, so I have kids come in and stay for a couple nights, stay for a couple weeks, stay for a couple months, stay for, a long time, stay for a little amount of time, and it's very heartbreaking for me. But I had a kid who came in and I suspected, I'm not a doctor, and I would never say that I was a doctor, so this was just me speaking, but I suspected that she struggled with an eating disorder. And that was something that I was trying to full force research and try to figure out so that when the time, came that we could go to another doctor and things, that I could tell them about some of my concerns. I briefly talked about my concerns, but I wanted to learn more before I made it like a huge, like, hey, mama bear ain't gonna back down until you like figure this out type of thing, because I will go mama bear on you. But yeah, that at the time when I purchased this, that was what was going on. I am going to be unhauling this. I think that it was a interesting read, but I think it would help someone else more than it would help me. We have I did DNF one book this month. I started it in February. I wasn't really enjoying it, so then I tried to read more of it on my Kindle, and I ended up, I think I made it like 7 chapters in, which I think was like 84 pages on my Kindle, and then I DNF'd Dating After the End of the World by Geneva Rose. So one of my bookish goals from hell was actually to read 10 apocalypse books, and I thought Dating After the End of the World, because it's an apocalypse, and it sounds so interesting, but it's like you follow this doctor that's dealing with the apocalypse, and she's trying to survive, but not only that, she's a doctor, and then she starts falling in love, and it was kind of chaotic and weird, but I just didn't care, so yeah, I'm not gonna finish that one. Then I have 2 books that I don't own that are both 2 stars. So I'm gonna rip the Band-Aid off for this first one, because I know that a lot, especially my romance readers, like, okay, my dark romance readers, I'm sorry. I finished this book. I finished Den of Vipers by K.A. Knights. What is wrong with you? I'm just kidding, kinda. But, like, at first, it was fine. I mean, was it really ever fine? I don't know if this is Mafia. I don't know if you ever get a clear answer, but I would consider it Mafia or Gang. But I think Mafia felt wrong, but I feel like it was a Mafia romance. It's my first White Shoes romance. I do not think I'm a White Shoes girly. I do not. No, I don't. Here's the thing, it wasn't terrible. The first half of the book, I was texting my friend, and I'm like, oh my god, wait, because it's a White Shoes, do I have to pick which one I would rather her be with? And she's like, I don't think you really have to pick. This is who I liked the most, I think. And I'm like, okay, I think I like this one. You know, we were having full-on conversations while they were, this stuff was, whoa. Yeah. And it was just like dark romance. And then it was just like, it just never ended. That book is so thick. And it was just like, at one point or another, it just became torture. I'm sorry. Okay, I know a lot of people love this book, and I respect you, but my boundaries were met there and far exceeded my boundaries. And I was like, oh no. So respectfully, I gave this a 2-star. Like I said, I didn't hate it at first. It just felt like everything kept spinning and spinning and spinning, and it kept, so I don't know if I like Why Choose. That one didn't work for me. The other 2-star book, I've never heard anyone talk about, and apparently I forgot to write the author, so I don't remember. I think it's Marina, but I don't know. Suburban Hell by Marina, or by this person, whoever it is. Here's the thing. Suburban Hell started off so nicely. I was loving this book. It was like a mama drama, suburban mom type of thriller at first. And was it dumb and quirky? Yeah. Then absolutely nothing happened. Okay, that's not true. There is a small demonic presence, but the person that is what is it? Possessed. The person that is possessed by this demonic presence isn't really even a big part of the book. Was it super boring? Yeah. Was the cast of suburban moms super flat? Yeah. Did they have any character traits at all? No. Do I recommend this one? No. Okay, let's just shake it off. Shake it off. Whew, okay, shake it off. And let's go. We have our 4 and 5 stars now. So that means that I didn't have any 3 stars that were just like average. I only have 4 and 5 stars from now on. Let me start with a book that I bought and read this month. It's a new release. And now back to you by V.K. Morrison. I think it came out the last week of February, and I bought it the first week of March, and I already read it. I gave it 4 stars, so clearly I liked it. Okay, so hear me out. Don't get me wrong. This does not hold a candle to First Time Caller. Like, First Time Caller is just the perfect essence of a romance. And now back to you. Felt okay. It didn't give me the exact warm fuzzies that I was wanting, like I had from First Time Caller. Like, First Time Caller was an experience. This was just whatever. You follow Jackson and Delilah, who are rival meteorologists, and then they start teaming up to work on like an episode or like a series of episodes. And while they're teaming up, maybe things heat up a little bit. And like, it was fine. It was good. I enjoyed it. I really like Jackson. He felt very real to me. Delilah, I don't think she got enough love. I don't think she got enough, like, she felt a little flat for me. And I didn't hate her by any means, but I just didn't, I want to fall in love with the main characters of the love stories that I read. I didn't swoon over this as much as I had wanted to. It was good. I gave it 4 stars. I still enjoyed it. And if there's more in this series, I will still be picking this up. But I need to adjust my expectations because, like, First Time Caller was, like, through the roof, through the sky. It was perfection. And Now Back to You, although still really good, didn't give me the same through the roof vibes. Another 4-star romance was An Academic Affair by Jodi McAllister. I got an arc of this and I was supposed to read it before it came out in November. I apologize for not doing that. Like I said, it's a 4-star read. I really enjoyed Sadie and Jonah. I loved the banter between them and the, like, hate to love. Again, I think this is more of like a slow burn, misunderstanding kind of hate. Like, they don't really have a good foundation for hating each other to love, but I don't mind that kind of hate to love. That's fine for me. I really don't like Marriage of Convenience, and this was definitely a marriage of convenience, but it's like a fake marriage, although it's legal. And then, like, when does fake marriage or fake dating not work? You know, eventually there's that moment that makes it real love, and you definitely see that, and it's very, very slow burn. I did not care so much about, like, I think there was too much work talk. And I know that that's accurate. Like, that's really a lot of what me and my husband talk about, too. And they're in the same field, so it would make sense that they would share notes and do things and stuff. But I don't know, it just felt very literary to me. And there's nothing wrong with a literary book. I like literary books. This just, I was expecting like a slap you over the face kind of romance, and it was more of like a slow simmer into my heart kind of literary book. And it was fine. It was good. I gave it 4 stars. I am gonna be keeping it, at least for now. It's just more of a slow, tender kind of romance than a, like, beat yourself silly kind of romance. I don't know if that makes sense or not. Alright. Our next 4-star book is another one that I don't own, but it's What Waits Below by Caleb and Stevens. I would definitely buy this book if given the opportunity to. This was such a surprise for me because it was a library book that I was reading on my Kindle, and I was like, okay, I just need to read something that I have borrowed. Okay? So I read it. I sat down and I'm like, oh my god, this is really good. So you follow Alan, who is psychopath. Like, psychopath vibes. He kidnaps his daughter, Bryn, who hasn't talked to him in 10 years because he's been in prison for killing her mom. Yeah, you follow? Yeah. So now he's come back for her. He escaped from prison. You should know that. Now he's trying to kidnap her. Even though she's 5? I think she's young to mid-20s. Still young. Whatever. she also struggles with addiction. So you have the layer of, you know, Alan keeping her at gunpoint, kidnapping her, taking her hostage in a road trip because he has a goal in mind. But she's also withdrawing from drugs because she was going to get her next set of drugs. And then he kidnapped her. And then there's like family drama, but he was always very concerned that the zombies, the creatures were going to come and it was going to be the apocalypse. So could this count as an apocalypse? I don't know. We'll talk about it later. But that these creatures would be the end of the world. So he's always been a little cray-cray like that. And now he's like, oh, it's only a matter of time, so I came to rescue you. So he thinks he's rescuing her. And then he may or may not have also gotten the rest of the family that's left, like her brother, so that he can save them. And then things get crazy from there. You think that's crazy, but whew, you don't even know the half of it. My heart was pumping. My mind was racing. This was panic. This was so good. I didn't expect to actually enjoy this. All right, our last 4-star book is by an author that's becoming one of my favorites. This is by Noelle W. Eiley. This is Room for Rent. And it's my last 4-star book that I read in March. Honestly, it's just your typical psychological domestic thriller to an extent. You follow Sam. I don't think her name is Sam. I don't remember her name. Wow. It's not important. You follow this woman that is looking for a room for rent. She sees a posting and it's from Sydney, who's looking for a roommate. So, without seeing the place, without hearing Sydney's voice, without meeting in person, yeah, I'll take the place over like text. I'll take the place. Yeah, what's the address? Can I come live there? Okay, cool. So it's the atmosphere of like Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. And the only break that she gets is like this newfound romance that she has with the boy she met at the library. And that's the only kind of reprieve you get from the weird shenanigans that are happening at this house that you agreed to move into without even knowing anything about it. Alright, now we're down to my 5-star books. I think I have 3 of them. I do. Okay, and I own all 3 of them. They're all thrillers, you guys. I have 3 5-star thrillers in March. 3, 2, 1. How I'll Kill You by Rin DeStefano. This one follows these 3 triplets. You mainly follow from Sissy's perspective. She's one of the triplets, and her and her sisters like to kill men after they fall in love with one of them. Or their favorite thing to do is to move to a new city, pretend that their new name is like Lisa, okay? Then all three of them get to take a turn at being Lisa until he falls madly in love with Lisa, who doesn't exist, by the way. And then they kill her. And Sissy has never killed any of them. She is the mastermind who helps cover up the crimes. She makes sure there's no evidence to lead anyone to them. And because that person, Lisa, never existed, it's like they were never there. It was so good. This one is more like romance thriller, kind of. I would say it's a genre blend, but I would put thriller first. It was crazy, but I liked it. Okay, then The Girl Who Was Taken by Charlie Donnelly. I bought this one in March by accident, because anytime you buy books, it's by accident, right? I've heard of Charlie Donnelly before, but I've never read anything by him until The Girl Who Was Taken. This was a masterpiece. I really love the short, choppy chapters that you get. And each chapter ends on a cliffhanger, because why the heck not? You follow... So, originally, you follow from Nicole. So, Nicole and Megan go missing. And Megan comes home alive. Like, the next day. It is now a year later. And Nicole's body still hasn't been found. Nobody's heard from Nicole, even though Megan has come back. And Liva is Nicole's older sister. She's now a forensic anthropologist. She's a student anthropologist. So she had a body come through the morgue, and she thinks that this body, this dead man, could help her find her sister. So she starts investigating her sister's disappearance. And maybe she was just what the police needed. Like, the police haven't been able to find her or find any clues, but yet the anthropology student could. This was, oh my god, this had me gripped. I literally couldn't put it down. And I was just like glued to my page, which doesn't happen often anymore, but loved this. Some would even say that this is my number one spot. I think it depends on my mood and things, but maybe I'm just putting this book as number one because it's shock value to you. Because I don't like young adult books. I sound like a broken record. I don't want to read a young adult book. I don't connect to them anymore. I don't like them. But you bet your last dollar that I read People to Follow by Olivia Worley. Should I like this? Absolutely not. Is it a young adult reality series? Yes. Was it a guilty pleasure read for me? Absolutely. Is it gonna be one of my favorites of the year? Quite possibly, but still pretty early on in the year. So, yes, this follows 10 influencers, teenage influencers, of course, 10 secrets, and then a dead body appears. Or, you know, maybe it's one of the influencers. I don't know. You don't know. I'm not gonna tell you. Was this a lot of shenanigans? For sure. But there was a way about the writing that just had me, like, hooked onto the page. Like, I thought it was so much fun. And it was very clever. The way the ending, like, it came full circle on the real life. So because they're influencers, there's this new reality show called Real Life where they can't have any kind of electronics. They can't be on social media or anything. And if they survive 10 weeks, right, in real life, then they win some money. I don't want to tell you anything else because I feel like if I tell you anything else from there, it would be spoiler territory. Just know that it was so clever, and I'm not even a young adult reader anymore. Most of the time I'm like, ew, I'll pass. I didn't realize this was a young adult book until I started reading it, and I'm like, the characters are very immature. The characters are acting very young. And then I looked it up, and I had already made it 60 pages into the book, and I'm like, oh, it's a young adult book. That's kind of disappointing. But I was hooked. I loved the mystery part of it. I loved the reality series part of it. I loved that. I was eating that up. The characters are very immature in this, and they act very, very young. So I think they're like 18, 17, 18, but they read like they're 13, 14 sometimes. And I didn't love that part of it. But this was great. This was a really great guilty pleasure read for me. So those were the 11 books that I read in March. Don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss a single day of Veda. Like this video. And if you made it all the way to the end, can you either put like a unicorn, because she's on a unicorn floaty, or put a wave, because I believe that's a weird wave, but like a wave, because it kind of takes place on a beach for the reality series, or the sunshine emoji. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys later.